actually meditation, yoga, it helps you to organize your thoughts. I was watching one of the video of some speaker. He was saying that yeah, yoga and meditation gives you a liberty to organize your thoughts. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
go on stage and you start speaking, you'll not organize your thoughts.
Yeah.
You'll start with point A and immediately you'll go to point Z. Then you
Yeah.
come between point J, like
Yeah.
that. That
True.
hip hop moment will be there. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I would like to ask you what actually you do for your mental health, and yeah, I would like to ask, like,
For
what do
my
you do?
mental health. Okay. So for my mental health, I think I do a lot of things particularly, because I come from a background of mental health, right? So my academic
Great.
background is also that. So because of that, I have always been, I think, very curious as well as careful towards my mental health and how to explore it and how to make it better. So I have realized that different things work for different people. So for me, few things that really work is always, some physical things that work for me is having good food, right? So once in a while, always making the things that I like, that I prefer, regardless of how healthy or unhealthy it is. I'm not saying eat unhealthy food every day, not good for anyone, but sometimes you should just be carefree, just to eat what you really want to, especially if you're a foodie person, especially if food brings you happiness. So that's something I do. Secondly, I have this nighttime routine of taking care of my skin and everything. So that's again something that's very peaceful for me, because I know this is my time. Nobody will disturb me. I can spend as much time as I want on myself. So it feels like a me time. So that's
Okay.
another thing. And I do a lot of reading. So reading really helps me. I think reading is one of the best self-help activities that I do for myself. Um, because reading is something I'm passionate about since I was a child. And maybe as a child, I didn't really think of it as a mental health thing. But now, as an adult, where I don't have the time to actually read books, so making time specifically just to read my books and just to, sort of finish few chapters every day, it gives me peace. It gives me that idea that I'm spending more time with myself and I'm spending good quality time with myself. Reading brings you, I think, a lot of peace. So,
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
yeah. What about you if I ask you the same question?
Yeah, I'll say I do yoga. I
Hmm.
do run every day. Yeah, I go for
So you
run.
go for running every day?
Yeah, every day.
Oh my god.
And another thing, I am trying to add in my library that I want to read every day for at least few pages of any book. But yeah, I keep on procrastinating this thing. Yeah, I am planning to go for few pages at least. But yeah, I had uh, unfortunately uh, it end up with nil, 0 pages. Yeah, so I'm trying
That's
to
okay.
add that thing, but yeah, I don't know why after just when I check out those novel or books, then I don't know what happens to me.
Right.
I just started. I just start that kind of sleeping per se. Yeah, it felt me like I need to go for sleep. So yeah, as far
That's
as mental health is concerned, yeah, I'm a bit kind of runner. Yeah,
mm,
I go for running and I do yoga. I
right.
and yeah, yeah, I do spend time with my family as well, because it is also part. It plays a huge,
Huge role.
I think, a huge role in my mental health. Yeah,
Mm.
so I do all this stuff.
Yeah, I think quality time with family is very underrated. Actually, if you spend some good amount of time with your family, it gives you that strength. It gives you that emotion that somebody has my back. So
Agreed.
that's very important. So what about yoga, by the way? Like, how does yoga help you?
See, I'm not kind of that
Ramdev Baba?
Ramdev Baba, but yeah, I'll say I just sit for 15 to 20 minutes daily. and I just close my eye. I just calm down myself, and I don't think anything. I
Makes
don't
sense.
think anything in that moment. Yeah, I allow myself to listen to give good some yoga music, and yeah, I spend 15 to 20 minutes in that moment. That
Yeah,
gives me a lot of you can say energy. Yeah.
makes sense. So
So
are
yeah,
you able? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, please. So I'll say I have started this thing from past 1 year. I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hmm. Right. So, like,
I do
how is
this.
it? So, how, like, are you able to physically avoid all the thoughts at that time? Like, as you said that,
No. Initially, it was really tough. My mind keep on running here and there,
yeah.
but uh, eventually now I'm bit more I have a bit more concentration over my thoughts. What I want to think, that I'll think. Yeah. So I can control my thoughts for 10 to 15 minutes. I'll say.
Yeah. I think that's like a quite an achievement because anybody that I personally I'm a meditator as well. I do meditate, and I've been doing it for years. So now I can avoid thoughts. But for like the initial, for me it was very tough. For the initial 2 3 years when I was doing it, it was very tough to avoid any sort of thoughts. I would just do it every day and feel bad because it was hard to avoid thoughts. So I took some guidance from actual people who are meditators and everything. After that, I have been able to do it. But when I talk to people, everyone, like for everyone, the biggest challenge is to avoid thoughts and sit silently without opening
Agreed.
your eyes.
Yeah. I said I can control my thoughts for 10 to 15 minutes. I was actually wrong. I just go with the flow, but uh, I just went through that
Yeah,
flow.
yeah.
But actually, I can concentrate for 1 or 2 minutes. I'll say, because in whole world, whole universe, there are very few people who can control their thought for 3 to 4 minutes.
True. That's
I
true.
I have I had watched the video of Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev.
Mhm.
In that video he was actually uh, saying that there was a person, I can't recall that name,
Mhm.
that person name, but yeah, that person was able to control his thought for 2 to 3 minutes, 3 minutes or 4 minutes. Yeah,
Right.
that was only person he was telling. So yeah, I'll say to control your thought is a big deal.
Yeah. So, this is the thing. To streamline your thoughts is something you will learn. Like now, I
Yeah,
can, like when I'm meditating, I can streamline my thoughts. I can control my thoughts, as in I can decide what I want to think about while I'm meditating. But to
you can
completely pause
organize.
your thoughts, yeah, to completely pause your thoughts and not think about anything. I think when I'm doing that meditation of 25 minutes, only at like some miracle point between that meditation, I will probably get 30 seconds to 1 minute where I'm not thinking about anything, right?
Right,
But
right.
other than that, the entire time I'm just concentrating on to thinking something I want to think. So that streamlining, that organization comes. But to avoid all thoughts, I think that is like, something only like some miraculous people can do. So I'm certainly
Agree.
not one of those. And even in the 30 to 1 seconds, I've realized that 30 seconds to 1 minute also, I am consciously telling myself that I'm not thinking anything. So even
So
that is
yeah,
right.
agreed.
So that's there. So to completely be complete void, that I think is very tough to achieve.
Very
So
tough to achieve. Yeah,
that's that. So I personally never even like read about someone who has achieved that level of nirvana where uh,
that is why I said, that in that flow only I just
yeah, yeah.
spoke that thing that I can
No,
control
but
for 10 to 15 minutes. But
I was
yeah,
able to understand that. Yeah.
yeah,
But I think I
because
understood your
it
point. Like you were also saying the same thing that you are able to now organize your thoughts better than you used to. Like it's not
agreed.
running anywhere at least. Now after
Right,
meditation, I think that is what you achieve. You just achieve a certain level of concentration to decide what you want to think about. Otherwise, I think I
right.
remember the first year when I was doing meditation, I would just close my eyes and so many thoughts were there, and I was like, "What am I doing?" So that's always there.
Yeah, actually, meditation, yoga, it helps you to organize your thoughts.
Hmm.
I was watching one of the video of some speaker. He was saying that yeah, yoga and meditation gives you a liberty to organize your thoughts. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
go on a stage and you start speaking, you'll not organize your thoughts.
Yeah.
You'll start with point A and immediately you'll go to point Z. Then
Yeah.
you come between point J, like
Yeah.
that. That
True.
hip hop moment will be there. Yeah,
Exactly. And I think that happens. This happens with everyone. I think
yeah,
even now when like if I'm skipping my meditation for, let's say 2 weeks or something and I come back to it. So for the first few days, it again happens that I find it difficult to organize my thoughts, even though I've been practicing this thing for years. So I think for this, you have to be very like specific. You have to follow a certain type of routine. So that I think the other day on Clappingo itself, I came across a learner. So for 2 years he had been exploring, like, a lot of these institutions, and he has been to what do you call, art of living as well, and he has been with Sadhguru and things like that. For 2 years he was just exploring these things, and now, like, he was telling me that the one thing he has learned is that routine is everything. For him it's
agree.
everything. So he wakes up 3:30 in the morning every day, and he starts his day after that. So to concentrate, to do all that kundalini yoga and everything, and he himself
Right.
said that it requires routine. You don't have a choice. Either you don't do it, and if you want to do it, you will have to do it for a routine. Otherwise you will not get those extreme results.
Right, right. That routine, if you are doing certain thing regularly, that is actually discipline is all about. If you
Yeah,
maintain discipline in your life, yeah, you'll definitely do wonders one day.
exactly. Yeah, true. I think that is one of the greatest lesson yoga in Indian culture has taught us, that
Yeah,
discipline
agreed.
is necessary to a certain level, whether it's about your work or it's about your life in general.